Okay guys, this is going to be kind of an intermission video here. We're doing the MinuteMan series right now. So, we've had 10 MinuteMan videos so far. And now we're doing an intermission video. I've had a couple of questions, comments through email, so we're going to say something about that, and then we're also going to talk about some other things here, okay, as well. So we had all of these videos, and what I have to get you to understand is that this whole situation could pan out in several different. We have several different manners in which this could all come about. The MinuteMan should have plain clothes, Carhartts, things like that they can use in their everyday wear. Okay, and then if you have a group of guys, you need to have maps. Topographical maps, your areas of operation that you're going to be in. You need to study those, and you need to do a strategic analysis of those maps, so that when you receive your intelligence of an enemy force coming in, you can make a plan. Okay, you can make a plan. So one of the first things that you want to be doing as a Minuteman is you always want to be a sponge, and you want to be gathering intelligence. Always gathering intelligence. And you don't talk about it on Facebook, and you don't talk about it on Instagram, and you don't talk about it on your telephone, either audibly or in text. You don't talk about it, okay? You don't. Because they're listening. They are listening. The only way that you can talk about things amongst each other in any other form other than mouth to ear is by encryption. And I'm not talking about encrypted walkie-talkies either, because that stuff could be broken too. Alright? I'm talking about like PGP encryption. You know, use PGP. Use the biggest key you can. They can't break it. That's why it's illegal to export PGP to another country. It's because it can't be broken. Okay? The government can't break it. It uses higher encryption than what they've got guarding ICBM missiles. Okay? So, your first thing to be doing is to be gathering intelligence. Once you have gathered intelligence, you need to formulate a plan. You need to formulate a plan. You need to do that strategic analysis of your maps. And you need to have a contingency. You need to drill the plan. You need to drill the plan until you have it down so good, you're going to be, you know, getting your watches all together, right? You're going to synchronize your watches like they used to do in the movies, right? Let's synchronize our watches, right? Okay? You're going to synchronize your watches, and then when Mary Jane does this, and at 7:05, Jim Bob's going to be doing that. Everybody knows. Everybody knows the drill. The drill. The drill. The drill. You drill the drill until everybody knows what everybody's going to be doing at any given time. Okay? You try to make it go that way. You're going to try to control the opposition. You got to try to control the opposition. You make them do what you want to do. Okay? You drill the plan, and then once you've got that plan drilled, you know it. You know it backwards and forwards. You know it in the dark. You know it in the daylight. You know it while you're going to the restroom in the morning. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to know the plan until it's second nature. And then when it comes time, you execute the plan, and you execute it with precision. That's the way you do it. Now, how are you going to gather intelligence as a Minuteman? Well, you have to go to the local community. Jimmy Joe Jim Bob has to be on good relations with the community. You can't be a hermit, okay? And just sit around and count your rounds and polish your discs. No, you can't do that. You got to get out in the community. You have to have a good reputation with the community. You have to be able to talk with and especially listen. Do a lot of listening, especially with the older people in the community, because the older people will know stuff. They'll know stuff in older people's groups, okay? Some of you ladies get involved with the ladies sewing group, okay? Do that. Listen. Do a lot of listening. A lot of listening, a lot of taking notes later, and then report back, okay? So this is how you gather information. You're going to be gathering information from the internet. You're going to check it. When you get done, you're going to verify. You're going to verify from several sources. You're going to network with other groups, okay? Networking with trusted people. You got to know them as well as your brother, or better, okay? You got to know them as well as your brother, or better. You don't just trust somebody. You don't just trust somebody's word, okay? Now, I had a question about the belt kit, okay? We're wearing old school Alice or PLCE style belt kit, right? There's no armor. So the way it we talked about progression of these systems, okay? Progression. Well, way back then they did this, and then they did this, and then they did this, and this is where we are now, right? So, what about armor? I don't own any armor. Okay? I got, I got other things I gotta spend money on. But be nice to have some armor, I don't have a plate. But I don't expect a whole lot of direct action on my part, because it's just me. But a lot of other guys are going to be wanting the armor, right? So what you could do is you could just get yourself a slick set up. By slick, I mean just a body armor shirt, basically. You put this thing on, it's got plates in it, okay? And wear that underneath your battle dress or your regular clothes or what have you, right? And then put your belt kit on, okay? Put your belt kit on. Slick means there's nothing. You don't attach nothing to it, just like wearing this shirt right here. All it is armor plating in there, right? Now, if you want to run a belt kit, that's what I suggest if you want armor, all right? Now, the other day when I started this series, I was wearing this Rhodesian, right? So I was wearing this Rhodesian. This is called a Rhodesian Recce rig. I had a drop down here on the front, a drop down bag, a GP bag on the front. But I took it off and I put it on my get home bag. Still working on that, by the way. So the only armor I got right now is the armor of God. And that's exactly what is in there. The army of God, the Bible, right? So, just to show you. If that's all you got, that's all you got. God will protect you. If you're in the right and you're doing right, God will protect you. If you're doing right, God will protect you. All right? So when we talk about these chest rig setups, I'm just going to go over this kind of quick. Got about 5 minutes. chest rig setup, mostly direct action. A lot of guys wore these mounted, okay? We talked about mounted and unmounted the other day, right? That's getting in and out of your Humvees and other stuff, okay? Mostly keep the back clear. Patrol pack goes on when you jump out of the vehicle. You put your patrol pack on, go, right? So this right here on the back, you can put a water bladder in there, water bladder system. You can also put a spine protection in there. And of course this has PALS webbing all over it. So in this particular type of situation, right, so what you do is you get yourself your radio, you mount your radio on the back, mount your antenna over here, you get an antenna relocator, you mount your antenna on either one or the other, keep it away from your radio, right? And then you run your handset or your boom mic cable. So you can either have a talk by voice, right, through your boom mic, or you can have a handset where you talk like on a phone, right? That's what I got, phone type. I like that. I don't want anything on my head. So anyway, you say, well, I got that radio on the back. How am I supposed to see it to deal with it, right? That's a good question. Now the thing is, we got to try to keep this. This is more higher end, right? You're getting away from the MinuteMan and you're going more into the regular type setup when you get into this. That's going to be more money. The average guy is not going to want to get a high-end radio for the back and an antenna and the relocation cable for the antenna, nor may they even know how to do that, right? And also I have a panel that goes on the front here. I could change my frequencies up here on the front, right? I could change my frequencies and I could talk on a different channel or whatever. I could do that up here on the front. So I got a relocation for my radio to where I could see the display here, right? So that's called a KDU, right? I believe. I can't remember. You know, there's so darn many acronyms anymore. So on the back, a lot of times you're looking at this, you got armor, right? Especially on the front, okay? Especially on the front. Something like this, you're doing more direct action, right? Direct action means that you know that you're going to have contact with the enemy and you're going to go in and you're going to take care of business and then you're getting out, okay? So what that means is you're going to have direct action, you're going to be on a team of guys, and you're going to have stuff mounted here on the back. Team kit, right? You get smoke grenades, frag grenades, all of that sort of thing that somebody can go up and get from you, and you can go up to the back of them and get from them, so that you don't, you see what I'm saying? So sometimes you wear a pack, a small patrol pack, or that you might not have a patrol pack on. Maybe it's just a 1 to 2 day thing and you're out, right? 1 to 2 days, in, boom, out, in, out. Might even be hours. Might even just be hours. So you're not really like looking to stay long. You didn't bring your rut. Maybe you don't have a patrol pack, right? Because you got stuff on the back here. Maybe you're just going to be there and leave, right? This is why it's important to have on your uniform, trousers, and your blouse in the pockets, those survival items that we talked about in the other video. Guys, we'll come back in another one. We still got a lot of stuff to cover. So, but I may be taking a break until the weekend. So, try to digest the stuff. Questions or comments, you know where I'm at.